So hi guys, welcome back to the Women's Premier League final of 2026. Delhi Capitals women are taking on the Royal Challengers of Bengaluru women in the final today, the grand finale. Delhi Capitals women chasing their first title. Royal Challengers Bengaluru women chasing their second WPL trophy. So everything to play for in this game. RCB women have won the toss and elected to bowl first. The head-to-head between these two teams in WPL history is favouring Delhi Capitals women. Delhi Capitals are leading 6-3 in the head-to-head against RCB. So Delhi Capitals women have 4 seasons of WPL and they are making their 4th final, and can they be 4th time lucky? That is the biggest question. As far as RCB are concerned, it's their second WPL final. Last time they came to the WPL final, they did manage to lift that trophy. So can they do it again? That will be the biggest question. So everything to play for. The national anthem is going on. As you see the head-to-head here, Delhi Capitals women are leading 6-3 in favor of Delhi Capitals women, the head-to-head between these two teams. But RCB women have won 3 matches against Delhi Capitals women in WPL. One of those wins came in the WPL 2024 final. So definitely when it matters the most, RCB women have been able to deliver. So can they do it again? That will be the biggest question. And another important thing is that Delhi Capitals women haven't won a match while batting first in this WPL season. So definitely that is going to be a big challenge for Delhi Capitals women, because RCB have won a very important toss and they have elected to bowl first. So Delhi Capitals will have to bat first, set a total and then defend it. And RCB have been the informed team in this tournament, finished at the top of the table, went straight through to the final, and they are looking to get their second WPL trophy. So we are just a few minutes away from starting the live action. WPL Season 4. Mumbai Indians women are 2-time champions. RCB women are 1-time champions. Either RCB women will become 2-time champions today, or Delhi Capitals will get their first ever WPL trophy today. One of these two things will certainly happen today. So RCB players are in a huddle now, and just a few seconds away from starting this game. Shafali Verma and Lizelle Lee are ready to come into bat. It's been a prolific opening pair for Delhi Capitals. The way they won the previous game against Gujarat Giants, the way they chased down 168 was superb actually. So but this time around they are batting first, so it will be a different kind of a challenge for Delhi Capitals women. They have been here in the final. Every season Delhi Capitals women have been in the final, but it is just that when it matters the most, on that big day, can you perform? That is the biggest question, and unfortunately Delhi Capitals have failed in the last 3 editions and in the last 3 finals. So chance to make it 4th time lucky, obviously. RCB meanwhile though, they'll also be high on confidence. They have been dominant throughout this tournament. They have also found different match winners in different games. So they'll be looking to restrict the Delhi Capitals women today and try and chase down the total. RCB women have a chance of becoming the WPL champions and IPL champions at the same time. Because if you look at the reigning IPL champions are RCB, And if RCB wins this WPL trophy, just like how the Hobart Hurricanes won the men's Big Bash and the women's Big Bash League last year at the same time, RCB have an opportunity to make a double delight actually. Reigning IPL champions, reigning WPL champions, they can be at the same time. So everything to play for actually. It's a huge clash. Looking forward to this clash. So Lizelle Lee and Shafali Verma are out in the middle, and we're almost ready to get going. Both RCB and Delhi Capitals have unchanged playing 11 from their previous games. Obviously, Pooja Vastrakar played the last match for RCB, so she's continuing in the playing 11. It offers some batting depth as well for RCB. Lizelle Lee is taking guard. It's going to be an exciting final this. And just to provide another stat, whichever team which has won the toss in WPL finals in the previous 3 editions have never won the trophy. So that stat is also against RCB. But anyways, history is always meant to be changed. So RCB will be looking to change history, try and win the trophy for the second time. And just 5 seconds away from starting the game, Lauren Bell has the new ball in her hand. She's going to be bowling the first over for RCB women. Lizelle Lee and Shafali Verma opening the batting. Lizelle Lee is on strike. And we are all in readiness here to begin the grand finale of WPL 2026. Lizelle Lee is on strike. Lauren Bell with the first ball of the final, coming over the wicket to Lizelle Lee. And that's back of the length, punched away by Lizelle Lee, straight to covers. Dot ball to start. So this is going to be the interesting battle here, how both these openers can handle the new ball bowlers of RCB. The new ball bowlers have always been good for RCB. Comes down the wicket and hits it towards covers. Another dot ball from Lauren Bell. She's been outstanding in this tournament. Every time she has picked up a wicket, she has been economical. And today is the big day as well. Both teams unchanged today. Delhi Capitals women have to bat really well if they want to win today, because batting first and defending totals haven't been the easiest. That's short this time, pulled away by Lizelle Lee towards square leg, and Delhi Capitals woman off the mark. Lizelle Lee off the mark. Shafali Verma is back on strike. Smriti Mandhana has been a fantastic captain. If RCB women wins this final, if they win this trophy, they will become the joint most successful team alongside Mumbai Indians, with 2 trophies in WPL. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Shafali Verma on strike. That's back of the length again. Shafali drives it down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball here. It's not going to be easy for Delhi Capitals women. They have to handle the pressure. RCB are a very, very good team, a quality team. It's not easy to beat RCB in these finals. RCB were the champions in WPL 2024. They are the current reigning IPL champions, men's IPL champions, looking to make it 3 trophies in 3 years. A really quality team. It's flicked away again, straight to mid-wicket. Another dot ball here. Brilliant start here from Lauren Bell as usual. Bowling tight lines, tight lengths, bowling it straight. The last ball of the over coming up from Lauren Bell. And Shafali goes over the top, clears the fielders at covers and into the boundary for 4. First boundary of the final. Beautifully gave herself room, accessed the offside and ends the over with a boundary. 5 runs came from that over and Delhi Capitals women are 5 without loss after 1 over. Yeah, we had already talked about the head-to-head. This is the head-to-head. Delhi Capitals are ahead. But all that matters today is which team is better on this particular day. They will end up being the champions. So, very important to perform on that particular day. Sayali Sadgare is the new bowler into the attack now for RCB women. She's going to be bowling the second over of this innings. Lizelle Lee is on strike. And Lee goes for the sweep. Oh, good fielding at short fine leg. And Lizelle Lee picks up another single. The RCB have lost only 2 matches in this edition. They lost against Delhi Capitals at this particular venue in the group stage while batting first. And then they lost against Mumbai Indians as well. But apart from that, their campaign has been really good. Oh, that's chipped in the air and will land safely. Very, very lucky there not to carry to any fielder. And Shafali Verma picks up another single. Loose shot there, was looking to flick it away. Luckily landed safely. Ooh, goes for the drive there. Misses it completely. Another dot ball from Sayali Sadgare. Really good start to this over. New ball is swinging around. This is exactly why teams want to bowl first every time they play at this venue. Get assistance for the bowlers. So if you can restrict the opposition and try and chase it down. I would say a very, very bad toss to lose for Delhi Capitals. And a good toss to win for RCB. This time it's full again, driven back to the bowler by Lizelle Lee. Another dot ball here. It's really tough actually. I mean, people might think that okay, if Mumbai Indians women are out of the way, then maybe you can win the WPL trophy. But RCB is equally dangerous. They are equally so strong. They are always at the opposition. An excellent team actually. Very hard to beat RCB also. That's a full delivery. Lizelle Lee gives herself room, drives it straight to covers. Again, good fielding at covers. And another dot ball here. That is why every time RCB plays, there's always an energy which they carry. That energy is unmatched. That swung away leg side by Lizelle Lee towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single to finish the over. Excellent over from Sayali Sadgare. These 3 runs came from that over and Delhi Capitals women are now 8 without loss after 2 overs. Lauren Bell is continuing into her second over. Ooh, comes down the wicket there. Lizelle Lee gets it on the pads. Again a dot ball to start the over. So it's a slow start here from Delhi Capitals. The RCB bowlers have started really well here. Lauren Bell is 5 runs in 1.1 overs. Sayali Sadgare also really good. But knowing these two openers, they are very, very aggressive. When they start to go aggressive, they can tend to become unstoppable. Oh, full again, goes for the drive. Little bit of an appeal for a catch there, but I don't think there was any outside edge on that one, so it won't be out. Really good start here from RCB. Looking good so far. Current run rate 3.43 for Delhi Capitals. They've always been feeling the pressure in these finals. So Delhi Capitals are the team that is going to be feeling the pressure. No doubt about that. They are making their way to the finals, but handling the pressure in the finals is very, very important. Outside the off stump, Lizelle Lee lets it go. 3 dot balls to start this over. Once again, a fantastic bowling from Lauren Bell. Three more deliveries left in this over. Comes down the wicket, looks to flick it away. It's gone off the pads towards covers. Another dot ball here. 4 dot balls. Could we see a maiden over here? Any RCB fans watching this? This is a really good start from RCB. Two more deliveries left in this over. Brilliant bowling from Lauren Bell. Short and wide. Lizelle Lee goes for the cut shot, unable to make connection. Another dot ball here. Lauren Bell again on the big day, bowling economical spells and economical overs. She has been absolutely brilliant in this tournament, continuing on her merry way. Well, Delhi Capitals, what to say about them? Lizelle Lee, 3 runs from 13 balls on the big day. Shafali Verma has faced only 4 balls, has already hit a boundary. But RCB are coming hard at Delhi Capitals. Last ball of the over coming up. And that's cut away by Lizelle Lee down towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. So just 1 run came from that over, and Delhi Capitals women are 9 without loss after 3 overs. So Sayali Sadgare is into the attack again, into her second over, and these Delhi openers need to get a move on here. Current run rate only 3 runs and over. And saying you need to get a move on, she goes over the top, over mid off, all the way for 6. That is exactly what was needed for Delhi Capitals. A really good start from the RCB bowlers, but now Lizelle Lee finally realizes that she needs to counter-attack the bowlers and picks up the first 6 in this innings for the Delhi Capitals. A really good shot there from Lizelle. That is her strength. If you bowl it in the slot, she hits through the line really well. Second ball of the over coming up. And this time it's pulled away, and that's all the way, is it? Yes, it is. Clears deep mid wicket, all the way for 6. Back-to-back sixes from Lizelle. She was going quiet all this while, and she's decided to counter-attack Sayali Sadgare here. 12 runs from the first 2 balls of this over. Really good start for the Delhi Capitals. Oh, that's a wide down the leg side, I think. And it's running away for 4 as well. So this has been a very, very wayward start to this over here for Sayali Sadgare. Couple of sixes, now 4 wides. 5 extra runs to the total, and now the momentum is shifting back towards the Delhi Capitals. Ooh, that's too wide. Too wide again from Sayali Sadgare. Has to reload that one again. 18 runs from this over already. Still 4 balls left. A very, very wayward start from Sayali Sadgare after bowling so well in her first over. And this is exactly why Lizelle can be dangerous actually. Those 2 sixes have rattled Sayali Sadgare a little bit. Ooh, appeal for LBW here. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out. Unmoved. Was that straight enough? Well, Smriti Mandhana is having a discussion. 2 reviews left. They're not going for it. They're not going for the review. Maybe sliding down the leg side. That was very, very close actually. Yeah, maybe missing the leg stump because Lizelle is standing on leg stump, so that delivery might have been missing leg stump. And Lee goes again, leg side. 1 bounce towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Very expensive over this. 19 runs from this over, still 2 balls left. At one end, Lauren Bell is bowling economically. At the other end, Sayali Sadgare has been a little expensive in the last few matches. Shefali Verma is back on strike. Oh, goes for the pull shot. Appeal for a stumping here. Oh dear, did she lose her balance here? I think Shefali Verma lost her balance. They're going upstairs to the third umpire. Shefali Verma might be in trouble there. She lost her balance after missing the pull shot. Went for the pull shot. It was a short ball. But as a batter, you need to be keeping your balance inside the crease. You cannot lose your balance like that. Is she short of her ground here? This could be a big moment. After bowling such an expensive over, has Sayali Sadgare struck here? Richa Ghosh was very quick there to take the bails off. I'll have a look at the ultra edge first. Just get a feeling though, Shefali Verma might be in trouble here. Checking the catch first. There's no spike as the ball passes the bat, so we'll move on to the stumping. I think Richa Ghosh has done really well behind the stumps. Shefali Verma's outside the crease. Ooh, this could be very, very close. Oh, is the bat in the air or is it grounded? I think it's grounded. I think Shefali Verma has made it back, so it will be not out. She lost her balance, but I think she's made it back in time, so not out it should be. So it will be a dot ball. One more delivery left in this over. I think they are just checking whether the bat was in the air or whether it was grounded. It's grounded. It will be not out. It will be not out. It's clear. It's grounded. So Shefali Verma survives there. It was a big scare though. She was outside her crease. Need to be careful not to lose your balance. The bat is grounded. Still checking multiple times, multiple angles. I think it should be not out. It's still checking it multiple times, but Shefali Verma's bat is grounded inside the crease. Still checking whether the bat was in the air or not. Not out it will be actually. Yeah, not out it is. So Shefali Verma survives there. The bat was grounded inside the popping crease in time. One more delivery left in this over. The last ball of the over coming up. Oh, that's a full delivery. Was that a catching opportunity? I'm not quite sure. It's hit back down the ground. Shefali Verma picks up another single to finish the over. I think it was a catching opportunity put down there by Sayali Sadgare. 20 runs came from that over, and Delhi Capitals women are now 29 without loss after 4 overs. So Lauren Bell is into her third over now. Previous over was taken down by Lizelle Lee for 20 runs. Lauren Bell is back to try and stem the flow of runs. Shefali Verma is on strike. Short and wide, cut away again by Shefali Verma down towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. RCB will be looking for some early wickets here, try and break the opening partnership, because it is these two batters who have been really good for Delhi Capitals this season. The last ball of the previous over was a catching opportunity for Sayali Sadgare. It was put down. The second ball of the over coming up. That's short again, pulled away. Straight to mid wicket though. Another dot ball here. Yeah, absolutely agreed. Actually, they were checking all kinds of angles for that stumping. But she had clearly made her ground back. Actually, she had grounded it back way ahead of time, so it wouldn't have been not out. Third ball of the over coming up. That's cut away past third man, and that's 4. Too much width offered by Lauren Bell, and Lizelle Lee once again pouncing on the width and picks up another boundary here. Lizelle Lee is starting to look a little dangerous. Three more deliveries left in this over. Lauren Bell looking for some wickets here. Oh, this time it's pulled in the air. A fielder's running backwards, can't get there. And they'll only pick up a single. High on the bat there for Lizelle Lee, landed safely. So that expensive over from Sayali Sadgare has actually given some momentum to the Delhi Capitals women, I would say, but they need to capitalize on this momentum. Two more deliveries left in this over. Shafali Verma on strike. That's punched away again by Shafali Verma down towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. The 7 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over coming up. Slow ball driven down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over, and Delhi Capitals women are now 36 without loss after 5 overs. So Arundhati Reddy is the new bowler into the attack now for RCB. Shafali Verma on strike. That's full again, flicked away down the ground to long on. Good fielding in the deep. Another couple of runs for Shafali Verma to start the over. The more amount of time this opening partnership continues for the Delhi Capitals, the better for them. Because they can get a good start, try and set a good total on the board, and then try and defend it. Looks like a good batting wicket this. Full toss, Shafali goes leg side, it's in the gap. And that's 1 bounce, 2 bounces into the boundary for 4. So Shafali Verma decides that she's going to join the action. Picks up her second boundary in this innings. Poor delivery there from Arundhati Reddy. Full toss and dispatched by Shafali Verma. And this time it's a wide down the leg side from Arundhati Reddy. Has to reload that one again. So is there still some panic creeping in now for RCB bowlers? Both these batters trying to unsettle the RCB bowlers a little bit. Yeah, it looks like a good batting wicket this. I think we can expect a good score from the Delhi batters. That's punched away in the gap again, and that should run away for 4. Shafali Verma again. The second boundary in this over. Beautifully placed in the gap. And Arundhati Reddy feeling the pressure here. This time it's short, it's pulled in the air though. Deep mid wicket, doesn't get there. Does well, stops the boundary but couldn't get to the catch. So a couple of runs for Shafali Verma. So they started a little slowly, but the last few overs is giving some momentum here. And once again, this opening partnership, the prolific opening partnership of Lizelle Lee and Shafali Verma, which has been doing so well in this tournament, continues to score the runs. 13 runs have come from this over. RCB badly need to break this partnership. Oh, goes for the pull, appeal for a catch, finger goes up. And Shafali Verma, I think, will go for the review here. Oh, she doesn't go for the review, she's walking, she's starting to walk. So he told that RCB need to break the opening partnership. Arundhati Reddy has said, here, take this wicket. Shafali Verma has gone. First wicket for RCB. It was a short ball. I think it was a short cutter from Arundhati Reddy. Shafali Verma went for the pull. I'm not sure whether there was a deflection on the bat or not. Shafali Verma didn't even bother to go for the review. She just started to walk. And Arundhati Reddy gets the breakthrough. Shafali Verma has gone after scoring 20 runs from 13 balls, and Delhi Capitals women are 49 for 1 after 5.5 overs. A big wicket for RCB actually. They needed to break that opening partnership. It was starting to look a little dangerous. And Laura Woolfart now is the new batter to the crease for Delhi Capitals. But I'm very keen on seeing the replay of that dismissal actually, because Shafali Verma didn't even bother to go for the review. I think you would want to go for a review, isn't it? 2 reviews left. I didn't see any clear deflection, but she just decided to walk. Last ball of the over coming up from Arundhati Reddy. That's a full delivery. Woolfart drives it leg side. Might have found the gap here. Oh yes, it has. It's found the gap into the boundary. So Laura Woolfart gets off the mark with a boundary here. Beautifully placed there in the gap, beating that deep mid-wicket fielder into the boundary for 4. 50 comes up. 17 runs came from that over from Arundhati Reddy, including the wicket of Shafali Verma. And Delhi Capitals are now 53 for 1 after 6 overs after the power play. So yeah, even though Arundhati Reddy picked up a wicket in that over, a very expensive over there, 17 runs from that over. And now a spinner being introduced into the attack. Srilanka Patil is the new bowler into the attack now for RCB women. Srilanka Patil has been a little up and down in this tournament, picked up a 5-4 in this tournament, but was also expensive in a few games. Coming over the wicket now to Lizelle Lee. And that's punched away by Lee straight to covers. Again a dot ball to start the over. That's short this time. Don't bowl short to Lizelle Lee. That's punished into the boundary for 4. 2 shots from Srilanka Patil. And Lizelle Lee puts it away to the fence. The boundaries are flowing here for the Delhi Capitals women now. This time goes for a slog sweep again, gets it in the gap again for 4 more. Lizelle Lee on fire here on the big day, finding boundaries for fun. 3rd boundary in this innings for Lizelle Lee, back-to-back boundaries. Very good with the slog sweep, and picks up another boundary here. Srilanka Patil straight away put under pressure. This time Sri Lanka Patil changing angle, but the result doesn't change. It gets much better for Delhi Capitals as Lizelle Lee clears the boundary for 6. Another slog sweep here. 4-4-6 from Lizelle Lee, and Delhi Capitals have a lot of momentum now. 14 runs from this over so far, still 2 balls left. So back over the wicket again. Has driven again down the ground, mid off, does well. And Lizelle Lee picks up another single. Ooh, how well does Lizelle Lee strike a cricket ball? Goodness gracious. 15 runs from this over so far, still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over coming up. Laura Wolfart is back on strike. This time driven through the offside by Wolfart, has found the gap again. Another boundary to finish the over. It's been an expensive over again for RCB here. 19 runs came from that over from Sri Lanka Patil, and Delhi Capitals women are on a roll here. 72 for 1 after 7 overs. So 72 for 1 after 7 overs. And there's another bowling change here. Nadine D. Clerk is the new bowler introduced into the attack by RCB. Badly need wickets now. The momentum is shifting towards the Delhi Capitals. And it's always been this bowler who has produced the breakthroughs. Lizelle Lee on strike. Oh, appeal for LBW. Finger goes up. Finger goes up. Nadine D. Clerk, the player for the big moments, has struck straight away at the very first ball of her spell, and it can't get bigger than this. It's a huge wicket. Lizelle Lee. She has gone for the review. Need to have a look at this one. I thought Shafali Verma would go for the review for her wicket, but she decided to walk. But now Lizelle Lee has gone upstairs. We need to have a look at this. Nadine D. Clerk again. You cannot keep Nadine D. Clerk out of a cricket match. With the bat, with the ball, she can do anything. Is this missing the leg stump? That is the biggest question. Could this be missing leg stump? Even if it is clipping the stumps, it will go RCB's way. I don't think there's any bat involved in this, but the only thing is Lizelle Lee standing on leg stump, so LBWs they become very tough because she's standing outside the leg stump. But this could be a huge wicket if Lizelle Lee is dismissed, because she is a very, very aggressive batter. One South African bowling to 2 South Africans. Nadine D. Clerk, South African. Lizelle Lee, South African. Laura Wolfart, South African. South Africans against South Africans. That is what you get in WPL. Flat line as the ball passes the bat. We'll move on to ball tracking. Okay, so pitching in line, impact in line, and wickets missing. So Lizelle Lee survives here. A really good review. Decision should be reversed to not out. A successful review for Lizelle Lee and Delhi Capitals. Lizelle Lee will continue, and it's still pressure is on RCB, you would think, because Lizelle Lee is a very, very dangerous batter. Second ball of the over coming up from Nadine D. Clerk. South Africans going head to head. Second ball of the over coming up. Oh, inside edge, almost dragged it down there. A really good start here from Nadine de Klerk. It's always Nadine de Klerk with the ball, Nadine de Klerk with the bat. She's picked up 2 4-wicket hauls this season, Nadine de Klerk. And with the bat, that finish against Mumbai Indians, one of the best ever finishes. Goes big, it's high in the air. Now this should be out. This could be out. Fielder coming underneath it, takes the catch. So what if you're not, if I can't get you out, LBW, I'll get you out caught. That is exactly what Nadine de Klerk has said. And Lizelle Lee is eventually gone. Went for one shot too many, I would think. Got the top edge. A really good catch at mid-on. And it's Nadine de Klerk who eventually gets the breakthrough. If I can't get you out LBW, I'll get you out caught. I will get you out bowled. That is the policy of Nadine de Klerk. And a second wicket goes down for Delhi Capitals. Huge wicket for RCB. Humongous wicket. Because Lizelle Lee is a very, very dangerous batter. Was looking to take the game away from RCB. A very important wicket at an important time. Lizelle Lee is out after scoring 37 from 30 balls. And Delhi Capitals women are now 72 for 2 after 7.3 overs. So 2 down now. Nadine de Klerk again with the breakthrough. 2 new batters at the crease, we can say. Relatively 2 new batters at the crease. Jemima Rodriguez is the new batter to the crease. Has been in really good form in this season. Whenever Delhi Capitals have been in trouble, Jemima Rodriguez has stepped up. Can she do it again? This time it's driven beautifully by Jemima Rodriguez towards deep extra covers and gets off the mark with a single. He gives the strike back to Laura Wolfart, and South African captain is Laura Wolfart. She'll be knowing Nadine de Klerk really, really well. But a very important wicket at an important time for RCB, it has to be said. Now there could be some pressure on both these batters. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Wolfart goes for the drive towards deep extra covers again and will pick up another single. There's just 2 runs coming from this over, including the biggest wicket possible of this finals, Lizelle Lee. 1 more delivery left in this over. If anyone remembers the WBBL final, even in that final it was Lizelle Lee who won the match for Hobart Hurricanes with the bat. Chased it down comfortably. She's a very, very dangerous batter, Lizelle Lee. A huge wicket. Could well be the game changer. Last ball of the over coming up. That's driven again. Back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish that over. What an over from Nadine de Klerk. Just 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Lizelle Lee. And Delhi Capitals women are now 74 for 2 after 8 overs. Well, what a reliable player Nadine de Klerk is turning out to be. Whenever the team needs her, she's ready to contribute with ball and bat. Fantastic player, fantastic all-rounder. And now there's another bowling change. Radha Yadav is the new bowler into the attack now for RCB. A left-arm off-spinner, of course, Radha Yadav. Laura Wolfart is on strike. Radha Yadav coming around the wicket, and that's driven away by Wolfart towards deep extra covers. Picks up another single to start the over. Still Delhi Capitals have some momentum here. Current run rate 9.18. But the issue is that they have lost both their openers, and their openers have been doing the bulk of the damage for the Delhi Capitals this season. Even if you look at the previous match which Delhi Capitals won against the Gujarat Giants at run chase, it was the openers who just completely took the game away from the opposition. Goes for the paddle here. Gets it towards deep fine leg. They'll push for 2 here. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Jemima Rodrigues. I mean, if you look at a batter like Jemima Rodrigues, she won't look like a power hitter, but she has all these touch play. She can place it in gaps and she can find boundaries. She can running between the wickets is so good. Such a special style of play actually. Ooh, tossed up again. Looks to drive. Drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball here. So RCB looking to bring themselves back into this game now that they have picked up the wicket of Lizelle Lee. This time it's driven again in the gap. And that might run away for 4, Yes, it does. Beats that fielder there at deep extra covers. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Jemima Rodrigues is not a power hitter at all. But timing, placement, supreme. Picks up her first boundary in this innings. Still, the current run rate is 9.35. Foundation laid by both the openers of Delhi Capitals. This time it's punched again down the ground to long on. And Jemima Rodrigues picks up another single. One more delivery left in this over. Laura Woolford back on strike. Last ball of the over. Tossed up again. Woolford drives it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over, and Delhi Capitals women are 83 for 2 after 9 overs, and it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So we come to the end of the strategic timeout. A beautiful drive there from Jemima Rodriguez to the cover fence. 5 runs from the first 2 balls of this over. Nadine de Klerk continuing into her second over. Little expensive to start this over. Little bit of a misfield there from Sri Lanka Patil as well. Good effort but couldn't stop the boundary. Third ball of the over coming up. This time on a good length. Punch down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball here. Still Delhi Capitals looking good here. They can still get to 160, 170 probably from here. They can even try to get more than that. That's guided away again in the gap. Will that race away for 4? I don't think so. Lauren Bell after it. Stops the boundary. Another couple of runs for Jemima Rodriguez. And just look at how Jemima Rodriguez is batting. 14 from just 9 balls. Just tapping it here, tapping it there, finding the gaps. Classic example. I mean, I'm getting vibes of Kane Williamson actually while watching Jemima Rodriguez. I mean, both Kane Williamson and Jemima Rodriguez are identical batters, but having said that though, went for the slot sweep, misses it. Another dot ball here. There's the cutter there, off cutter from Nadine de Klerk. The last ball of the over coming up. That's driven again, past covers, and that'll be 4. Floated outside the off stump there from Nadine de Klerk. And Jemima Rodriguez found the gap beautifully. Ends the over with a boundary. Expensive over from Nadine de Klerk. 11 runs came from that over. And Delhi Capitals women are now 94 for 2 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. So Arundhati Reddy is back into the attack now for RCB. Picked up the wicket of Shefali Verma, but it was an expensive over. 17 runs in her first over. Is into her second over now. Laura Wolfart is on strike. That's full again, driven down the ground to mid-off. And Wolfart picks up another single to start the over. It will be interesting to see how Delhi Capitals can finish this innings. Even 160, 170 is, in all honesty, it is chaseable for RCB actually. Because RCB also have Grace Harris and Smriti Mandhana at the top who can really be very, very aggressive. This time it's flicked again down the ground towards long on, and Jemima Rodriguez picks up another single. Laura Wolfart is back on strike now. Third ball of the over coming up. Gives herself room, pulls it away leg side. Towards deep mid wicket again. And Laura Wolfart picks up another single. Three more deliveries left in this over. Jemima Rodriguez is back on strike. It's flicked away again by Jemima Rodriguez. Picks up another single. So 4 singles in this over. Good start here from Arundhati Reddy. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Current run rate 9.19. They're going at a good run rate, the Delhi Capitals. That is the most important thing. Trying to win the trophy for the first time. Chasing their first trophy today, Delhi Capitals. It's pulled away again by Laura Wolfart, but deep square leg is there. Does well again. Another single for Laura Wolfart. Just 5 runs from this over. Really good over from Arundhati Reddy. Can she finish this over well? That is the biggest question. Last ball of the over. Flicked away again by Jemima Rodrigues towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single to finish the over. 100 comes up for the Delhi Capitals. 6 runs came from that over, and Delhi Capitals are now 100 for 2 after 11 overs. So 9 overs left in this innings, and what will be a competitive total for Delhi Capitals? 170, 180. Will that be enough? Remember, RCB also have a powerful top order, so they'll back themselves to chase it down. It's a good batting wicket. This ball is coming onto the bat really well. It has been a good batting wicket for quite a long time now in Vadodara. Srilanka Patil now into her second over, and has driven again. It's in the gap again towards deep extra covers for 4 more. She is targeting that particular area, deep extra covers, and picks up her 4th boundary in this innings. Jemima Rodrigues just gently drives it. It races in the gap for 4. I think RCB need to place a fielder at deep extra covers. Repeatedly the boundaries are flowing in that direction. This time it's on the stumps. Jemima Rodrigues defends it back to the bowler. That's a better delivery from Srilanka Patil. It's so ridiculous. 2 wickets have gone down, but Delhi Capitals still maintaining the run rate. This time goes towards mid-wicket and finds the gap. Another boundary here for Jemima Rodrigues. Second boundary in this over, and Srilanka Patil is feeling the pressure today. Economy of 18 runs and over for Srilanka Patil. Not a good start to her spell. This time a much better delivery, and Jemima Rodrigues defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Srilanka Patil was the pick of the bowlers in the 2024 WPL final. She rattled Delhi Capitals in that final, but today she is getting a taste of her own medicine. That's cut away again by Jemima Rodrigues. No one back there on the offside. Another boundary here. Jemima Rodrigues is so good on the offside. Continues to find the boundaries. 3 boundaries in this over, and RCB feeling the pressure. Jemima Rodrigues targeting different parts of the ground. This time it's a quicker ball, flicked away again, leg side towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single to finish the over. Another expensive over as far as Srilanka Patil is concerned. 13 runs came from that over, and Delhi Capitals women are now 113 for 2 after 12 overs. Just a thing about how this game has grown. How women's cricket has grown leaps and bounds actually. If you look at the WPL 2024 final, If you look at the WPL 2024 final, Delhi Capitals were bowled out. Delhi Capitals women were bowled out for 113 in just 18.3 overs, and RCB chased it down in the last over with 3 balls to spare. And now in 2026, Delhi Capitals have scored 113 for 2 in just 12 overs with 8 more overs remaining. So this itself is a proof that women's cricket is indeed on the rise. Arundhati Reddy continuing into the attack. That's flicked away again by Jemima Rodriguez towards deep mid wicket. Coming back for 2. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs to start the over. The Delhi Capitals trying to handle the pressure better in today's final here. From getting bowled out for 113 in 2024 to now trying to get to 170, 180. The bar has been increased for Delhi Capitals. So RCB bowlers being put under pressure here, counter-attacking at its best. This partnership now 43 from 28 balls. Second ball of the over coming up. Moves across her stumps, pulls it away leg side. Deep mid wicket, long on comes around, does well. And Jemima Rodriguez picks up another single. Oh wow, this is a huge final here. Which way is it going to go? We don't know. RCB women have never lost a final. RCB women have never lost a WPL final. Delhi Capitals have come to this final on the back of 3 previous losses. So very hard to choose between the two actually. That's flicked away again by Wolfart, picks up another single. So this is a good over from Arundhati Reddy. Just 4 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. As long as the bowlers are not conceding boundaries, I think that is good. This time it's flicked away again down the ground to long on. And Jemima Rodriguez picks up another single. And just 5 runs coming from this over. Still 2 balls left. Laura Wolfart is back on strike. That's flicked away again by Wolfart. Deep square leg is in play. Deep mid wicket is in play. And Wolfart picks up another single. 6 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Really good over this from Arundhati Reddy. Looking for another wicket here, RCB. Last ball of the over coming up. Flicked away again by Jemima. Down the ground to long on. Picks up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over from Arundhati Reddy. And Delhi Capitals women are now 120 for 2 after 13 overs. And just to give another stat, in the WPL finals in 2024, Arundhati Reddy was playing for the Delhi Capitals women. In the WPL final in 2026, Arundhati Reddy is playing against Delhi Capitals for RCB. Just a small stat there. Radha Yadav now back into the attack. That's short and cut away again by Jemima Rodriguez. Pass covers for 4. Too much width offered by Radha Yadav. Easy pickings for Jemima Rodriguez. Starts the over with a boundary. 50 partnership comes up between these two batters. Partnership of 52 from 34 balls. Jemima Rodriguez moves into the 40s with her 7th boundary. This time it's punched away again, down towards long off. And Jemima Rodriguez picks up another single. Laura Wolfart is back on strike. Wolfart comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. Runs on the board in the final will matter a lot for Delhi Capitals, but at the same time, it's a really good batting wicket, and we all know when RCB's batters get going, we all know how tough it can get for Delhi Capitals. It's driven down the ground. Oh, mid-off does well. Another dot ball here. Still 6 overs left after this. 170, 180. 180 will be a good total, I think. Delhi Capitals women need to do well to get to 180. Try and put some pressure on the RCB batters. Goes down the ground again, Jemima Rodriguez. Long off, long on comes around. Good fielding at long on. And Jemima Rodriguez picks up another couple of runs here. Radha Yadav and Arundhati Reddy were playing for Delhi Capitals in the previous 3 editions. Now they are with RCB here. The last ball of the over coming up. Jemima Rodriguez nearing a half century here. She has been the batter in form for Delhi Capitals this season, along with the openers. Goes down the ground again. Jemima Rodriguez towards long on. Picks up another single to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over. And the Delhi Capitals women are now 129 for 2 after 14 overs. Six overs left in this innings. And what can Delhi Capitals attempt? Can they push towards 170, 180? Minimum 170, 180. Anything more than that will be a bonus from this situation. They still have Marizan Cap, Chinel Hendry, Nikki Prasad, Sneh Rana to come. They have batting depth, Delhi Capitals. Nadine de Klerk back into the attack. And Jemima Rodriguez comes down the wicket, flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Laura Wolfart is back on strike. Wolfart gives herself room again, drives it down the ground to long on, picks up another single here. Gujarat Giants have defended scores of 160 and 170 at this venue in this particular tournament. The Gujarat Giants defended 168 against Mumbai Indians at this venue to knock Mumbai Indians out of this competition. And not to forget Gujarat Giants, the way they defended against Delhi Capitals as well in the group stage. So you can defend totals, no doubt about that. That's punched away again by Jemima Rodriguez towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. But you never know with RCB actually. I mean, suddenly a player can take the game away from you. The way Grace Harris has been hitting the ball for RCB has been incredible actually. So need to watch out for RCB's batters. And then Wolfart goes down the ground again to long on, picks up another single. So good over this, just 4 runs from this over. The last couple of overs have been good for RCB, limiting the runs a little bit. Partnership now 61 from 43 balls. Two more deliveries left in this over. Let's head down the ground again to long on, picks up the single and a half century here for Jemima Rodriguez on the big day. 50 from 32 balls with 7 boundaries at a strike rate of 156.25. She has been the batter who has been taking Delhi Capitals out of trouble in the last few matches. Picks up another half century here. Really good innings. Captain's knock in the big final, that is for sure. Wolfart is back on strike. Last ball of the over coming up. That's pulled away by Wolfart. Fielder over her. Over the fielder at deep square leg for 6. Flat 6 there from Laura Wolfart. Clears the boundary. A really good over from Nadine de Klerk, ends with a 6. 11 runs came from that over. And Delhi Capitals women are now 140 for 2 after 15 overs. Yep, Grace Harris hasn't bowled an over yet in this innings, which is a little surprising. She bowled really well against the UP Warriors. Picked up a couple of wickets there. She should have had a bowl. But now only 5 more overs remaining. Sayali Sadgare has been brought back into the attack here. And the boundaries might just flow here from both these batters. Jemima Rodrigues on strike. And help yourself. Delivery gets it past. Fine leg for 4. Straying onto the pads there, Sayali Sadgare gets the treatment. Again a boundary to start the over. RCB bowlers have been a little inconsistent in this innings so far. Second ball of the over coming up. Full toss. Jemima goes down the ground to long on and picks up another single. It's been a fantastic knock from Jemima Rodrigues. 55 from just 34 balls. How many times she has taken, whenever the team has needed Jemima Rodrigues, she has stepped up in this tournament. Half century on the biggest occasion. We have seen Jemima Rodrigues perform under pressure even in the Women's World Cup. No one can forget that century which she scored against Australia in that semi-final, which helped India women get to the final and then eventually win the World Cup. So, big match player indeed is Jemima Rodrigues, as we see another single from Laura Wolfart. That's a full delivery. Jemima gives herself room, drives it straight to covers. A dot ball here. So a good comeback after conceding the boundary of the first ball. 2 singles and a dot ball. 2 more deliveries left. RCB will still back themselves. If they can try and keep Delhi Capitals below 170, but it's looking very tough because Delhi Capitals have so many wickets in hand. RCB haven't been able to take the wickets. Comes down the wicket, pulls it away again towards deep mid-wicket as he found the gap. Good fielding at deep mid-wicket. Another couple of runs for Jemima Rodrigues. The last ball of the over coming up. Full toss, Jemima goes back, there's a fielder there, fielder there, finds that fielder. And a wicket here against the run of play for RCB. Was not the best of deliveries from Sayali Sadgare, but Jemima Rodrigues has found the one fielder at deep square leg, and finally RCB have broken this partnership. What a timely wicket here. Partnership of 76 has been broken. Nadine de Klerk takes the catch at deep square leg. And it's a huge wicket because Jemima Rodrigues can be very, very dangerous. One of the best timers of the cricket ball, Jemima Rodrigues, has been dismissed here. Third wicket goes down for Delhi Capitals. And is this the wicket that RCB were looking for? Jemima Rodriguez has gone after a superb half century, out after scoring 57 from 37 balls. And Delhi Capitals women are 148 for 3 after 16 overs. So 148 for 3 after 16 overs, and it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So we are coming to the end of the strategic timeout. 4 more overs left in this innings. Marizan Cap is the new batter to the crease for the Delhi Capitals women. A very, very important breakthrough for RCB there. Sayali Sadgare getting the big wicket of Jemima Rodriguez. In fact, it's Chinel Hendry who has come out. Chinel Hendry is the new batter to the crease for Delhi Capitals. She's at the non-striker's end. Lauren Bell back into the attack now for RCB. Slow ball, Wolford hits it down the ground to long off and picks up another single to start the over. 150 comes up for the Delhi Capitals women. 150 comes up in 16.1 overs. Still 23 balls left in this innings. 180 can be a very, very good total. Oh, that's too wide. Too wide from Lauren Bell. Has to reload that one again. Well, Grace Harris hasn't bowled much in this tournament. I'm not able to understand that particular strategy. She's a very, very good bowler actually. Can pick up wickets on a given day. Need to at least give her a few overs. Slow ball again, driven down the ground to long off. Chinel Hendry picks up another single. The Chinel Hendry gets off the mark with a single. This time it's driven again down the ground towards long on, and Laura Wolfart picks up another single. Not able to time the ball properly, Laura Wolfart. She's getting it off the inside edges. But nevertheless, 4 runs. Good over this from Lauren Bell. Just 4 runs from this over. Still 3 balls left. Another single here from Chinel Henry. So just 5 runs coming from this over. Still 2 balls left. Lauren Bell is always economical. Can she finish this over well? Laura Wolfart on strike. Slow ball. Wolfart goes down the ground. Long on, coming around and does well. Another single for Wolfart. Brilliant over. Brilliant over under pressure from Lauren Bell here. Just 6 runs coming from this over. Still 1 ball left. Typical Lauren Bell, bowling economical spells in this season. Last ball of the over. Slow ball. Goes for the cut shot. Misses it. Another dot ball to finish. What an over. What a spell when on the big day. When the opposition is going at 9 runs per over. Lauren Bell finishes her spell. None for 19 in her 4 overs at an economy of 4.75. Just 6 runs came from that over, and Delhi Capitals women are now 154 for 3 after 17 overs. The 3 overs left in this innings, and I think Nadine de Klerk still has a few overs left. She might come into the attack now. Projected score at the current run rate takes them to 181. They can even get to 190. Arundhati Reddy back into the attack. That's a full delivery, beautifully bowled. And Laura Wolfart hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. So Arundhati Reddy coming around the wicket. Full toss. Hit down the ground to long on. Just a single for Chinel Henry. 2 singles to start this over. So the last couple of overs have been good from the RCB bowlers. Laura Wolfart is back on strike. That's full again, down the ground again from Wolfart. Just a single. 3 singles to start this over. Runs are quietening up a little bit for Delhi Capitals here towards the end of this innings. Only 2 overs left after this. Oh, goes for the pull, misses it. Dot ball here. Dot ball here from Arundhati Reddy. A big swing there from Chinel Henry, not able to make connection. And just 3 runs coming from this over. It's a fantastic over here from Arundhati Reddy. Pressure building on the Delhi batters now. Two more deliveries left in this over. Surely Henry is going for the big shot. Goes down the ground towards long on. Just a single. This is one of the best overs you'll ever see. Just 4 runs coming from this over. Still 1 ball left. What is happening to the Delhi Capitals now? Only 2 overs left after this. Last ball of the over coming up. And Wolfart goes big. She's got that one. That's out of the ground for 6. Onto the banks. So for once, Arundhati Reddy missed her length and Wolfhard has deposited that one over deep mid-wicket. 6 to finish the over. 10 runs came from that over. And Delhi Capitals women are now 164 for 3 after 18 overs. So 2 overs left in this innings. That was a big shot from Wolfhard there to finish that over. And now Nadine D. Clark is going to be bowling the penultimate over. Chinel Henry is on strike. And Henry swings leg side. I think she's found the gap. No one there at all at deep mid wicket. Another boundary to start the over. This is exactly what can happen. Vacant spaces on the leg side for Chinel Henry. Starts the over with a boundary. Well, that's too wide from Nadine D. Clark. So plenty of headaches here for Smriti Mandhana. Nadine D. Clark has to reload that one again. That was too wide actually. The last 2 balls, a 6 and a 4, has given some momentum for Delhi Capitals again. They can push towards 190. It will be a very good total in finals. Delhi Capitals, they couldn't chase 140 odd runs in the previous WPL final, which they played against Mumbai Indians. So any day runs on the board on the big day will create pressure. They're going for the review here to check. I think that's inside the pitch. So maybe they're checking whether the ball pitched outside the pitch or not. Because if it is outside the pitch, it will be given as a no ball. But it is inside the pitch, so wide given by the umpire. Second ball of the over coming up. And Henry goes down the ground. Long off in play. It's clear. It's found the gap and into the boundary for 4. Long off couldn't get there. And a second boundary in this over. Really good start in this over from Chinel Henry now. 2 boundaries. And Delhi Capitals women have crossed 170 now. With on offer again, and Chinel Henry puts it away for another boundary. So Nadine D. Clark is turning out to be very, very expensive here in this over. 3 boundaries in 3 deliveries. And still 3 balls left. Delhi Capitals, they can push towards 200 as well if they go like this. And now Henry goes leg side again. It's in the gap again. And another boundary. Boundaries are flowing. 180 up for Delhi Capitals. 17 runs from this over. Still 2 balls left. What has happened to Nadine D. Clark? Really good bowler. Very expensive today. Two more deliveries left in this over. Chinel Henry goes again in the air. Square legs. There's no one there. It's all the way for 6. Oh my goodness. What a huge over this is turning out to be. 4 wide. 4, 4, 4, 6. And still 1 ball left. Delhi Capitals are on a mission here. Wow, 200 on the cards here. Last ball of the over coming up. This is going to be very tough here for RCB when they come out to chase. Last ball of the over. Goes again down the ground to long off. Will only pick up a single this time. But what an over that is. 24 runs came from that over. And Delhi Capitals women are 188 for 3 after 19 overs with one more over to go. Well, this is going to be very tough for RCB. Runs on the board, huge runs on the board here for Delhi Capitals. And if they're going to get about 200, I think RCB will be in trouble here. Sayali Sadgare is going to be bowling the last over, but I don't know why Grace Harris didn't bowl an over today. I'm not quite sure about that. Srilanka Patil, everyone has been expensive today for RCB. Sayali Sadgare bowling the last over. Can Delhi Capitals get to 200? Chinel Henry is on strike. That's too wide. Too wide, given as a wide. Has to reload that one again. Another extra run. 189 now. Delhi Capitals, they're looking to win their first ever WPL trophy today. And this is turning out to be very tough for RCB, I'm afraid. Well, RCB have gone for the review here. They are trying to check whether it's a wide or not. You can review wides and no balls. Trying to check the height of that delivery. It was given as a wide by the umpire. Maybe they feel that that ball was inside the line. Last over anyways, so try and take the risk, take the review. That is what RCB have done. This is going to be the highest ever total in a WPL final scored by a team. The last 3 WPL finals, the teams haven't scored even above 150. But that only shows how well women's cricket is growing. Even in the previous WPL final, Mumbai Indians got somewhere around 140 plus, and they then defended it against Delhi Capitals. Previous WPL and WPL 2024 final, we also saw. But it's been given as a wide this, so back-to-back wides. No, wide to start the over. That's a full delivery, and Chinel Henry drives it down the ground to long on for a single. Good yorker there from Sayali Sadgare. Full toss this time. Laura Wolfhard drives it away. Down the ground to long off for another single. Last year's WPL final, WPL 2025 final, Mumbai Indians scored only 149 for 7 at the end of their 20 overs. That is the highest ever total scored by a team batting first in a WPL final. So before this, that was the highest ever total scored by a team batting first in the WPL final. Now this total, whatever Delhi Capitals is going to set 4 balls later, is going to be the highest ever total as Henry goes over long off for 6. Continues to clear the boundary. A second 6 here for Chinel Henry. And Chinel Henry now moves to 34 from just 14 balls and now just 3 away from 200 mark. Delhi Capitals. So fourth ball of the over coming up. Full again, that's a much better delivery. Chinel Henry hits it down the ground to long off, picks up another single. 50 partnership comes up between these two batters. Partnership of 51 from 23 balls. 2 runs away from the 200 run mark now. What a finish this is turning out to be for Delhi Capitals. And this is going to take some chasing for RCB in the second innings, no doubt about that. Won the toss, elected to bowl first. Delhi Capitals are getting to a big total here. Another full toss. Wolford goes offside. There's no one there again. Another boundary. 200 onto the board for Delhi Capitals. 200 comes up in just 19.5 overs at the loss of 3 wickets. This has been some batting performance from Delhi Capitals on the biggest of occasions. The WPL final. Fourteen runs have come from this last over. Still last ball of the innings coming up from Sayali Satgare. Full toss. Wolford goes down the ground. Long off. Doesn't carry. 1 bounce for long off. They're going to push for 2 no matter what. Will be a run out at the non-striker's end. Will be a run out comfortably at the non-striker's end. But they've got the run there. They've got 1 run there. And what a finish. What a score this is for Delhi Capitals. 15 runs came from the last over, including the run out of Laura Wolford. And Delhi Capitals women finished their 20 overs on the biggest of occasions, at 203 for 4. At the end of their 20 overs, a partnership of 55 from 24 balls between Chinel Henry and Laura Wolford towards the end. And this has been some batting performance for a team that has lost the finals on the 3 previous occasions. In the WPL, they have indeed made a statement here. 4th time in the final, and 203 runs on the board is a big score. Big score in a final for sure. Even in men's IPL, I'm sure that this score will be very tough to chase down. And then we have the WPL as well. But what a batting performance. Lizelle started it off 37 from 30 balls. Started a little slowly but then picked up pace. Shefali Verma scored 20 from 13. Laura Wolford towards the end 44 from 25 balls with 3 boundaries and 2 sixers. Chinel Henry 35 from 15 balls with 4 boundaries and 2 sixers at a strike rate of 233.33. And then Jemima Rodriguez again on the biggest of occasions 57 from 37 balls with 8 boundaries at a strike rate of 154.05. Completely blew away the RCB bowlers today, the Delhi Capitals batting unit. If you look at the RCB's bowlers, only Lauren Bell was economical today, none for 19 in her 4 overs. But all the other bowlers were taken to the cleaners today. Sayali Satgare 1 for 46 in her 4 overs. Arundhati Reddy 1 for 40 in her 4 overs. Shriyanka Patil didn't even bowl her full quota of overs. She was very expensive, none for 32 in her 4 overs. And Nadine D. Clark as well, 1 for 48 in her 4 overs. Radha Yadav bowled only 2 overs, none for 18. So the Delhi Capitals women have posted a huge score in this WPL final, 203 for 4 at the end of their 20 overs. The RCB women, to win their second WPL title, will need 204 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So hi guys, welcome back to the run chase here. It's a huge target for RCB. They need 204 runs to win this match and win their second WPL title. It's gonna take some chasing. A superb finish for Delhi Capitals. It's been a fantastic batting performance, making a statement in this final. And now the ball is in RCB's court. Grace Harris and Smriti Mandhana are the openers for RCB as usual. And Marizan Cap has the new ball in her hand. She'll be bowling the first over for the Delhi Capitals women. All in readiness for the big run chase. Do RCB have anything special in this final? Or can the Delhi Capitals defend this target and win their first ever WPL title, which has been an elusive title for the Delhi Capitals in the last 3 seasons? Can they get over the line here? So Grace Harris is on strike, all in readiness. First ball of the run chase coming up. Marizan Cap over the wicket to Grace Harris. And Harris goes down the ground to mid-on. Straight to the fielder. Dot ball to start. The second ball of the over coming up. That's short and wide, cut away by Grace Harris, and that's the first boundary for RCB. Little bit of width on offer from Marizan Cap, and Grace Harris pounces on it. And RCB get off the mark with a boundary. Grace Harris gets off the mark with a boundary. This time on a good length again, and Grace Harris defends it to covers. Another dot ball here from Marizan Cap. Now 3 more deliveries left in this over. Required run rate 10.26. Oh, that's on the pads. It's in the air though. Over the keeper. And that runs away for 4. Second boundary in this over. Not in the most convincing fashion. It went to the top edge. But it's raced away to the boundary. Grace Harris has started well here. This time Grace Harris defends it again towards covers. Another dot ball here from Marizan Cap. So last ball of the over coming up from Marizan Cap. Oh, that's full again. It goes in the air. Just clears the point. And Grace Harris will pick up another single to finish the over. So 9 runs came from that over. And RCB women are now 9 without loss after 1 over. Chinel Henry now is the new bowler into the attack now for Delhi Capitals women. Grace Harris is on strike. Oh, it's bowled. That's a huge one. Chinel Henry strikes again. First ball. Grace Harris looking to flick it away. Loses the middle stump. And what a big breakthrough this is for the Delhi Capitals. The batter was doing all the damage. Opening the innings for RCB is out early once again. And could that be the match for Delhi Capitals? Could that be the trophy for the Delhi Capitals? That is a big question. Was looking to flick it away there. Look at the celebrations of Delhi Capitals players. They know how big that wicket is. This Grace Harris is a very, very dangerous batter. So an early wicket down for RCB. Grace Harris is gone after scoring 9 runs from 7 balls, and RCB are now 9 for 1 after 1.1 overs. So Georgia Wall is the new batter to the crease. A huge wicket early on for Delhi Capitals. Second ball of the over coming up. It's on the stumps. Georgia Wall defends it towards covers. Dot ball here from Janelle Henry. Grace Harris, any day picking up the wicket of Grace Harris is huge for the opposition because a very, very destructive batter. And now Delhi Capitals have one hand on the trophy is what I would think. Unless Georgia Wall and Smriti Mandhana do something special. The third ball of the over coming up. That's on the pads, flicked away by Wall towards deep square leg. And Georgia Wall gets off the mark with a single. Fourth ball of the over. Wide down the leg side from Janelle Henry. Has to reload that one again. Oh, this time goes for the pull. It's gone past the keeper. And that might be 4 byes, I think. Running away or good fielding. Really good fielding in the deep. And Smriti Mandhana will pick up another couple of runs. 2 byes. Two more deliveries left in this over. That's full again, driven down the ground, past mid-off. And that should be the first boundary for Smriti Mandhana. It is beautifully driven down the ground, elegant straight drive. And Smriti Mandhana picks up her first boundary. Gets off the mark with a boundary. This time it's full again and Mandhana drives it down the ground again to mid-off. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Grace Harris, and RCB women are now 17 for 1 after 2 overs. So Marizan Cap now into her second over, and that's back of the length. Georgia Wall punches it down the ground to mid-off. Again a dot ball to start the over. This time back of the length again, punch towards covers. Another dot ball. Back-to-back dot balls to start this over from Marizan Cap. This time goes for a scoop, gets it over the keeper. And that should be 4. Yes, it is. So finally a boundary for Georgia Wall. Went for the paddle shot. Got it very fine past the keeper. And Wall gets her first boundary. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Oh, it's flicked away again by Wall, straight to square leg. And another dot ball from Marizan Cap. So good over this. 4 runs from this over so far. Still 2 balls left. A really good paddle shot there from Georgia Wall. Fifth ball of the over. That's cut away, finds the gap, that races away for 4. Can't offer too much width like that. Georgia Wall is so strong with the cut shot. The second boundary in this over. Marizan Cap feeling some pressure here. So last ball of the over coming up. That's flicked away again, straight to the field at square leg. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over from Marizan Cap, and RCB women are 25 for 1 after 3 overs. So Chinel Henry back into the attack. Mandana down the wicket, pulls it away leg side towards square, deep square leg. And Smriti Mandana picks up another single to start the over. The Georgia Wall is back on strike. The second ball of the over coming up. Ooh, that's on the stumps, punched away by Georgia Wall, straight to covers. Another dot ball from Chinel Henry. This time Fullen on the pads, flicked away again, it's in the gap. And that will race away for 4 as well. Straying onto the pads a little bit there, Chanel Henry. And Georgia Vole picks up another boundary. This partnership getting a move on here for RCB. This time it's full again, driven down the ground, but straight to mid-off. Much better line, much better length, bowling it on the stumps. Another dot ball. The required run rate 10.65. RCB need to keep playing the big shots. Goes for a paddle again, gets it over the keeper again, and that'll be 4 more as well. Second boundary in this over from Georgia Vole. Once again going for that paddle shot. He's so good with that paddle. Picks up the second boundary this over. 4th boundary for Vole. RCB, are they getting a move on? Last ball of the over, short and wide, cut away straight to covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over, and RCB women are 34 for 1 after 4 overs. The required run rate 10.63. Marizan Cap is continuing into her 3rd over. Smriti Mandhana is on strike. Is there still life left in this game? It's driven down the ground. Oh, good fielding at covers. Got a hand on it. But Smriti Mandhana picks up another single to start the over. Gives the strike back to Georgia Vole. Delhi Capitals found different heroes on the big day. Lizelle Lee, Shafali Verma, Jemima Rodriguez, Chanel Henry, Laura Wolford, all of them contributed with the bat. So similarly, can Georgia Vole play a good knock for RCB? The second ball of the over coming up. That's driven again. Oh, good fielding at covers. Oh, chance of run out to the keeper's end. But I think Vole has made it back. Vole has made it back. They are appealing for the run out. Umpire will go upstairs to check that one. But I think Vole has made it back in time. Yes, Vole has made it back comfortably, so it will be not out. The bat is grounded inside the crease. Not out is the decision. The 4 more deliveries left in this over. Required run rate 10.79 for RCB women. Oh, goes for the drive, extra bounce. Misses the delivery there. Another dot ball from Marizan Cap. It's cut away, finds the gap, and that should run away for 4. Yes, it does. Another boundary for Georgia Vol. Width on offer once again. Marizan Cap offering too much width today. Georgia Vol enjoying it. Picks up her 5th boundary in this innings. RCB still fighting. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Required run rate 10.76. Full again. Driven down the ground past mid-off. And that will be 4 as well. Back-to-back boundaries from Georgia Vol. And suddenly now the pressure is shifting a little bit towards Delhi Capitals. 9 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Georgia Vol on a mission. Last ball of the over. Ooh, that's punched back to the bowler. Back of the length delivery that time from Marizan Cap. A dot ball to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over from Marizan Cap. And RCB women are now 43 for 1 after 5 overs. So required run rate 10.73 for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru women. At this same stage though, Delhi Capitals women were 36 without loss after their first 5 overs. RCB have lost 1 wicket, 43 for 1. Nandini Sharma is the new bowler into the attack. Around the wicket, and that's punched by Smriti Mandhana towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. The required run rate is still 10.79. Very tough. Need to keep going for the shots. The Georgia Vol is back on strike. You still have Richa Ghosh, Radha Yadav, Nadine de Klerk to come in after this. Pooja Vastrakar is also capable with the bat. As driven down the ground again by Vol, straight to mid-off. Another dot ball from Nandini Sharma. Required run rate nearing 11 now. And Vol goes big, leg side. It's in the gap. And that will be 4. So swung leg side there. Slog there from Georgia Vol. And picks up her 7th boundary in this innings. Much needed boundary for RCB. It was the back of the hand slow ball there from Nandini Sharma. But Vol picked the length beautifully. 4th ball of the over. That's full again. Driven down the ground to mid-on. Misfield. Misfield at mid-on. That should have been a dot ball. Single conceded. Smriti Mandhana is back on strike. I think Jemima Rodriguez herself, normally she's a live wire in the field, but even the pressure is getting to her also. Smriti Mandhana is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. And Mandana goes leg side in the gap again for 4. She's decided that she's going to open up, try and play shots. 50 comes up for RCB here. 50 comes up in 5.5 overs. Second boundary for Mandana in this innings. Ten runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Looks like a really good batting wicket this. Runs are flowing everywhere. Last ball of the over coming up. And Mandana goes for a sweep. Has he got the distance? Yes, he has. All the way for 6. Once again attempted slow ball. When Mandana picks the slow ball, deposits it over deep mid wicket for a maximum to finish that over. First 6 of the innings. And an expensive over from Nandini Sharma. 16 runs came from that over. And RCB women are now 59 for 1 after 6 overs after the power play. Well, this game is not yet over. 14 overs, 145. Can RCB still push for this run chase? Change in bowling here for Delhi Capitals women. Spin being introduced. Sri Charani is the new bowler into the attack now. Left arm off spinner. 50 partnership comes up between these two batters. Partnership of 50 from 30 balls between Georgia Vole and Smriti Mandana. Charani coming around the wicket to Georgia Vole. And Vole comes down the wicket, goes over the top, clears mid off. And that should run away to the boundary for 4. Boundaries are flowing now from these two batters. Georgia Vole also continues to find the boundary, starts the over with a boundary here. Quicker delivery this time. Vole defends it to covers and picks up another single. Delhi Capitals are not going to get anything easy. RCB are surely going to fight. They're going to fight for this target. No doubt about that. Both these batters are very much capable. Required run rate now 10.24. Current run rate 10.11. Smriti Mandana is back on strike. Charani coming around the wicket to Smriti Mandana. Ball spinning into her. That's punched away again. It's in the gap again for 4. What placement that is from Smriti Mandana. Found the gap beautifully again. Picks up another boundary. And this chase is still alive for RCB here. Fourth ball of the over coming up. This time punched down the ground. A little bit of a fumble there. And Smriti Mandana picks up another single. Is this still gettable or what? Required run rate 10.13. Remember RCB are chasing 204 today. It's a huge target. And Georgia Vole is back on strike. Very important to handle the pressure here. Quicker delivery this time, flicked away again by Georgia Vole towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Smriti Mandhana is now the 5th highest run scorer in this innings, but she has a chance to go to number 1. If she can get 30 more runs, 31 more runs, she'll be the leading run scorer in this tournament. It's in the air, lands safely. It's towards deep mid-wicket again. And Smriti Mandhana picks up another single to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over from Charini. And RCB women are 71 for 1 after 7 overs. And it's also the time for the strategic timeout. So we come to the end of the strategic timeout. 13 overs left, 133 needed, and there's a change in bowling here. Shafali Verma is the new bowler into the attack now for the Delhi Capitals woman. Generally, she's a bowler with a golden arm coming around the wicket to Mandhana. And Mandhana drives it away towards covers, picks up another single to start the over. If anyone remembers the Women's World Cup final, it was Shafali Verma who turned the game on its head, picked up the wickets of Sunil Lewis and Marizan Cap in that final. Got the player of the match as well. She performed with both bat and ball. And now another final here, final of the WPL. Shafali Verma being introduced into the attack. So captains are starting to trust Shafali Verma as a bowler. Georgia Vole on strike. Comes down the wicket, goes straight back down the ground. Long on and long off, come around, does well. Good fielding. And Vole picks up another single. Smriti Mandhana back on strike. Shafali coming around the wicket. Oh, slower through the air there. Trying to tempt Mandhana into the shot, and Mandhana drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. Required run rate 10.40. Will need some big shots here, RCB. Quicker ball, punched away towards covers, and Georgia Wall picks up another single. A good over this from Shafali Verma. There's 4 runs coming from this over, still 2 balls left. This partnership is the key partnership of 66 from 39 balls between Georgia Wall and Smriti Mandhana. Oh, that's guided away beautifully in the gap. That's 4. Beautiful placement there from Smriti Mandhana. All she did was just guide it between that gap between the point fielder and third man fielder and gets an important boundary here. This time swept away again by Mandhana towards deep mid-wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. The 9 runs came from that over from Shafali Verma, and RCB women are now 80 for 1 after 8 overs. The 12 overs left, 124 needed for RCB. Looks a little tricky but not impossible. Minnu Mani is the new bowler into the attack now for Delhi Capitals women. Smriti Mandhana on strike. Minnu Mani coming over the wicket. It's a wide down the leg side. Has to reload that one again. Maybe Delhi Capitals are giving it to right arm off spinners because right arm off spinners generally have a good matchup against Smriti Mandhana. Maybe that is why they are giving it to right arm off spinners. It's tossed up, driven down the ground by Mandhana towards long off and picks up another single. So we saw Jemima Rodriguez leading from the front for Delhi Capitals with the bat, and now we are seeing Smriti Mandhana, the captain of RCB, leading from the front as well. And this run chase is not yet over. RCB still pushing. Georgia Wall is back on strike. That's short and wide. Cut away in the gap. That'll be 4. Too short on that occasion from Minnu Mani. Georgia Wall rocked onto the back foot. Found the gap beautifully. Another boundary. Moves into the 40s now. Georgia Wall. This run chase is not yet over. This time it's flicked away again by Georgia Wall towards deep mid-wicket and picks up another single. So now the required run rate has come lesser than the current run rate. Required run rate is 10.17, and this partnership now 78 from 44 balls. Come at the big day, come at the occasion. Both these batters are delivering. Smriti Mandhana on strike. Full toss. Oh my god, she could have hit it anywhere, but she hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. It was a loose delivery there from Minnu Mani. Gets away with it. Georgia Wall is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. And now Wall goes for a sweep. It's in the gap again. And oh, good fielding at deep mid-wicket. Really good fielding at deep mid-wicket. Another couple of runs for Georgia Wall. Last ball of the over. Comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground, wall. Long off comes around, does well. Another single to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over from Minnu Mani. And RCB women are 91 for 1 after 9 overs. There's still a long way to go though for RCB, but this partnership is giving them some hope here in this run chase. A big run chase, actually 204 is not easy to chase down in these kind of finals, big matches. Partnership of 82 from 49 balls between Georgia Hall and Smriti Mandhana. Nandini Sharma now back into the attack. Into her second over. Georgia Hall nearing a half century here. Nandini Sharma, Georgia Hall on strike. And that's driven down the ground to mid-off. Dot ball to start the over. Need to keep going at the same run rate. Otherwise, few quiet overs, the required run rate will shoot up again. It's that kind of a run chase this. Required run rate already 10.43. So RCB need to continue with the pace. Continue to keep pace with the run chase. Oh, that's driven straight. It's towards long on. And Georgia Hall picks up another single. Nandini Sharma got a hand on it. It was hit very hard there by Hall. I hope she is okay. She's not hurt herself. If Nandini Sharma didn't get a hand on it, that could have been a boundary actually. She got a hand on it, only a single. It will go down as a drop catch, but I think that was hit very, very hard from Georgia Hall there. It's getting some treatment here. Nandini Sharma is getting some treatment. RCB are fighting this here, fighting big time. This game is not yet over. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. This run chase is still on. We have seen strange things happen in this sport. Still 9 wickets in hand for RCB, and they still have Richa Ghosh, Nadine de Klerk to come in. They definitely game on. We all saw what Richa Ghosh did at this venue against the Mumbai Indians women when RCB were chasing a similar 200 target, but RCB got off to a very poor start in that game. Richa Ghosh took them so close to the target and eventually RCB lost it. So you never know with RCB. They are such a dangerous team actually. So Nandini Sharma is back and ready. 4 more deliveries left in this over. Smriti Mandhana is back on strike. Plenty of RCB fans in the crowd cheering for RCB. That's on the pads. Flicked away again by Mandhana towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Good start to this over from Nandini Sharma actually. Now the required run rate shoots up once again. 10.57 the required run rate. There's 2 runs from this over so far. Georgia Hall back on strike. That's full again. Driven straight to covers. Good fielding at covers. Dot ball here. Excellent over from Nandini Sharma. Exactly what the Capitals want. But it's been a good innings so far from Georgia Hall as well. Can these two take RCB to the title today? It's going to be hard, no doubt about that. Nothing is won easily. Everything is won by putting hard work. 5th ball of the over coming up. That's pulled away by Hall as she found the gap. No, deep mid wicket comes around, does well. Just a single for Vol. Smriti Mandhana is back on strike. Last ball of the over coming up. Two big overs can change the game. That's short and that's pulled away by Mandhana. One bounce and into the boundary for 4 towards deep mid wicket. Too short there from Nandini Sharma and punished by Smriti Mandhana. Ends the over with a boundary. 7 runs came from that over. And RCB women are now 98 for 1 after 10 overs, needing another 106 more runs to win from the last 10 overs. In fact, it's gone all the way for 6. So I think it will be a 6 to finish the over. 6 to finish the over. 100 comes up for RCB women. 9 runs came from that over from Nandini Sharma, and RCB women are now 100 for 1 after 10 overs. Well, they lost Grace Harris early, but this partnership is threatening Delhi Capitals at the moment. Charini back into the attack, and it's defended back to the bowler by Vol. Dot ball to start the over. 104, they've already got 100 in the first 10 overs. 104 to get in the next 10. RCB still fighting here. Second ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long on. Georgia Vol picks up another single. And Smriti Mandhana, I think, will enjoy this matchup. Left arm spinner to a left-hander. Smriti Mandhana should enjoy the matchup. Captain leading from the front for the RCB as well. 39 from 19 balls at a strike rate of 205.26. Third ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, goes down the ground. How far? Far enough for 6. I told you Smriti Mandhana will enjoy the matchup. Advances down the wicket, clears long on. The equation now under 100 needed for RCB. Third 6 for Mandhana in this innings. Moves to 45 now from just 20 balls. So Charini switching to over the wicket now. Short ball, it's punched down the ground by Mandhana. Long off coming around. Just a single for Smriti Mandhana. The psychological mark. Target is under 100. 96 from 56 now. Is this still gettable for RCB here? Fifth ball of the over coming up. Vol comes down the wicket, gently hits it down the ground to long on for another single. Sensible batting from Georgia Vol, I would say. And a half century here for Georgia Vol on the biggest of occasions. 50 from 37 balls. It has been a terrific knock. 9 boundaries at a strike rate of 135.14. It also brings up the 100-run partnership between these two batters. Partnership of 100 from 58 balls. This is game on, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. 95 from 55 now. Last ball of the over. That's punched away straight to covers. Dot ball to finish that over. 9 runs came from that over from Sri Charini. And RCB women are now 109 for 1 after 11 overs. 95 needed in the last 9 overs. Delhi Capitals looking to break this partnership here. It's beginning to look dangerous, this partnership. 100 from 59 balls. The partnership between Georgia Wall and Smriti Mandhana. Delhi Capitals have lost their 3 previous WPL finals. Is history repeating itself? Sneh Rana now is the new bowler into the attack for Delhi Capitals. Can she break this partnership? Georgia Wall on strike, comes down the wicket, hits it over the bowler, down the ground to long off. And Georgia Wall picks up another single to start the over. Smriti Mandhana is back on strike, 94 needed from 53 balls. High voltage stuff here at the Kotambi Stadium. Mandhana comes down the wicket, goes over covers and goes all the way as well, is it? Or has it bounced? I think it's gone, it's bounced inside, I think. So it's given as a boundary and a half century for the captain as well. Smriti Mandhana, 50 from just 23 balls with 5 boundaries and 3 sixers at a strike rate of 217.39 on the big day. Both these batters are shining. This time is driven down the ground by Mandhana towards long off, picks up another single. 89 from 51 is looking a little bit more gettable now. Short and wide, cut away, gap again, 4 more. But raining boundaries from both these batters. Second boundary in this over, 2 short from Sneh Rana. Georgia Wall rocking herself on the back foot and finding another gap. RCB are seriously in this run chase now. Well, Delhi Capitals need some inspiration here. They're not going to get inspiration that way. Another gap and another boundary for Georgia Wall. Back-to-back boundaries. RCB are roaring here at the Kotambi Stadium. Are they getting closer to their second title? 3 boundaries in this over. 14 from this over so far. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over is punched down the ground to long on, and Georgia Wall picks up another single to finish the over. What an over this is. 15 runs came from that over from Sneh Rana, and RCB are seriously pushing this now. 124 for 1 after 12 overs. 8 overs left, 80 needed is seriously looking gettable for me. Well. The match is never over until it's fully over. 203 runs on the board for Delhi Capitals, and RCB are pushing this here. Pushing this big time. 8 overs, 80 needed, required run rate of 10. Chanel Henry back into the attack for the Delhi Capitals. Georgia Wall on strike. Henry coming around the wicket. And that's driven again by Wall straight to covers. Dot ball to start the over. They need to take some breaths, I think. Need to breathe a little bit. High voltage batting. Partnership of 115 from 66 balls between Georgia Wall and Smriti Mandhana. Second ball of the over. That's driven down the ground again to long on. Picks up another single. They've rotated the strike really well, both these batters. That is another factor of their batting today. And now 79 from 46. Tell you what, another big over. Another big over brings it close for RCB. Smriti Mandhana is on strike, 51 from 24. Both captains have led from the front today with the bat. The third ball of the over coming up. Mandhana moves across the stump, slog sweeps it. And it's all the way, is it? No, one bounce and into the boundary for 4. Moved outside, moves inside the line. She loves that slog sweep. Picks up another boundary here. RCB are still seriously coming closer now. Animated discussions from Jemima Rodriguez, pressure building to everyone. Mandhana comes down again, hits it leg side again. Is it another gap? No, deep mid wicket is there. And Smriti Mandhana picks up another single. But what a partnership this is turning out to be. 74 needed from 44. Guess what? If these two stay at the crease, I think RCB can get this home here. They can get this done. The captain of RCB leading from the front on the biggest of occasions. 56 from 26 balls. And how do you forget Georgia ball in the air? Fielder goes through into the boundary for more. Another boundary here. 2 shot there from Henry. Georgia ball found the gap. Second boundary in this over. Delhi Capitals are feeling the heat. Delhi Capitals are feeling the pressure of the final and once again. Last ball of the over coming up. Need a wicket here, Delhi Capitals. It's slipping away. Georgia ball on strike. Full again, down the ground again to long on. Picks up another single to finish the over. They're doing this slowly and steadily here, RCB. 11 runs came from that over from Chinel Henry. RCB women are 135 for 1 after 13 overs. 69 needed from the last 7. Wow, wow, wow. What a run chase this is turning out to be. What a partnership this is turning out to be. Smriti Mandhana and Georgia Wall take a bow. The 7 overs left, 69 needed. So close to a second WPL title for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru, who have been outstanding in the last 3 years. Sri Charini is back into the attack. Delhi Capitals, they must get the wicket. They must break this partnership. Partnership of 126 from 71 balls. Charini coming around the wicket now to Georgia Wall. Wall comes down the wicket. Hits it down the ground to long on. Picks up another single. Gives a strike back to Smriti Mandhana. And once again, as I said, left arm off spinner. Bowling to a left-hander. Matchup which Smriti Mandhana will enjoy. The second ball of the over coming up. Coming over the wicket now. Charini. 2 shot. Pulled away by Mandhana. It's in the gap again for 4. Everything that Smriti Mandhana touches today is only finding the gaps. Picks up another boundary. Another important boundary for RCB. 140 up now. 64 needed from 40. 64 from 40 now. Smriti Mandhana on 60 from just 27 balls. Comes down the wicket again, drives it down the ground to long off, picks up another single. This very, very sensible batting. They're getting the boundaries, rotating the strike as well. And Delhi Capitals are having no answers to this partnership at the moment. 132 from 74 balls, this partnership. And don't tell me that the Delhi Capitals are going down once again. Fourth final for them. That's swept away again by Vol. And it's in the gap for 4 again. Poor delivery onto the pads. And Georgia Vol picks up another boundary, second boundary in this over. It's all going RCB's way at the moment. 10 runs from this over, still 2 balls left. Two more deliveries left in this over. Goodness gracious me. Comes down the wicket, down the ground, long on in play. One bounce to long on. And Georgia Vol picks up another single. 58 from 37. Could there be any twists? Smriti Mandhana is back on strike. Just imagine a score of 203 and yet Delhi Capitals are staring at defeat here. The last ball of the over coming up. And that's cut away. Finds the gap again. And that runs away for 4 as well. Smriti Mandhana, you little beauty. Picks up another boundary to finish the over. Third boundary in that over. 150 comes up for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru women. 150 comes up in just 14 overs. 15 runs came from that over from Sri Charani. And RCB women are 150 for 1 after 14 overs. Well. Marizan Cap is back into the attack. Delhi Capitals 54 needed from 36 for RCB now. What are your options, Delhi Capitals women? Georgia Vol 72 from 48. Smriti Mandhana 65 from 29. Partnership of 141 from 77 balls. The Delhi Capitals women would have been over the moon after getting the wicket of Grace Harris, but then this partnership has other ideas. As driven down the ground by Georgia Vol towards long on and picks up another single. 53 from 35. .53 needed from 35 now. It's now or never as far as Delhi Capitals are concerned. They have to do something here. Around the wickets, Marizan Cap, but it doesn't matter. Straight down the ground for Mandhana. And that might run away for 4. Yes, it does. Smriti Mandhana, captain on a mission. Captain fantastic for RCB women, is delivering on the biggest stage. Now the target down to 49 from 34. Royal Challengers of Bangalore, you are fantastic. It's full again, flicked away by Mandhana towards deep mid-wicket. Picks up another single. 48 from 33 now. Smriti Mandhana officially gets the orange cap. In this WPL season, 360 runs in 9 matches for Smriti Mandhana. She has crossed Harmanpreet Kaur as well in the leading run scorers list. Could this be a match-winning knock? Fourth ball of the over. Full again, flicked away by Wall. Down the ground to long on for another single. They've brought the equation down so much, so they can afford to take singles now. Can you imagine a target of 204 and RCB? This is exactly why RCB is a very dangerous team. They are a very, very dangerous team. You cannot take them lightly. Two more deliveries left in this over. Around the wicket again, Cap. And Mandhana goes down the ground, long off. Can't get there. Another boundary. Smriti Mandhana. Remember the name. Picks up another boundary. Second boundary in this over. 43 from 31. RCB are getting there. Last ball of the over, drives it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over from Marizan Cap. Very expensive from her. None for 38 in her 4 overs. Required run rate is only 8.40 now. RCB women are 162 for 1 after 15 overs. Well, RCB women have been the best team in this tournament, and now 42 needed from 5 overs. Well, many people were saying before this final, the team that finished at the top of the table has never won the trophy. The team that won the toss in the WPL final has never won the trophy. RCB can rewrite all those records now if they can get over the line here. Nandini Sharma now back into the attack into her third over around the wicket. Oh, looking to guide it away. Keeper stops it. Dot ball to start. Dot ball against the run of play actually. What a partnership. 150 run partner. 153 from 84 balls. The partnership between Georgia Wall and Smriti Mandhana. Delhi Capitals celebrated hard after getting Grace Harris out. But they forgot what these two can do. As we see one bounce to long off. And Smriti Mandhana picks up another single. 41 from 28 now. Georgia Wall is back on strike. 41 from 28. Has driven again, straight to covers. Another dot ball. A good start to this over from Nandini Sharma. The required run rate now 9.11. Couple of big shots brings the equation closer. That is what RCB will be looking for. Still have 9 wickets in hand. Just thinking, what are the options for Delhi Capitals? That's a full delivery. It hit down the ground again to long on. And Georgia Wall picks up another single. Can we see another WPL century today as well? Second century in the history of WPL is also very, very close. If one of these batters can get there, stay till the end. Who is going to handle the now better? They are going to get over the line. That's a good Yorker from Nandini Sharma, guided towards point. And Smriti Mandhana picks up another single. 39 from 25 now. Required run rate 9.36. Are there any twists in this game, or is RCB getting over the line? Last ball of the over coming up. Ball goes big. How far has she got it? Fielders coming, converging. Oh, it finds the gap for more. Oh dear. If both 2 fielders were coming after it. But nobody got to it. It's got the gap. And another boundary to finish the over. Heartbreak for Nandini Sharma. 7 runs came from that over. And RCB women are now 169 for 1 after 16 overs. And it's time to take a breather. Just 35 needed from the last 4 overs for RCB women. And it's also the time for the strategic timeout. Okay, so we come to the end of the final strategic timeout in this tournament. 35 needed from the last 4 overs for RCB women to get their names on the WPL trophy for the second time in their history. Is there any more twists left? Can Delhi Capitals find some inspiration from here? Or are these two batters going to take RCB over the line? History in the making for RCB as well. Smriti Mandhana on 77, Georgia Vole on 79. Minnu Mani is back into the attack for Delhi Capitals. Surprise, surprise, they've gone to a spinner. Mandhana on strike, comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground, long off. There's no one there, it's in the gap for 4 again. Smriti Mandhana, I think, is not seeing any fielders on the ground, she's only seeing the gaps. She's saying, okay, here's the gap, I'll hit a boundary here. Here is the gap, I will hit a boundary. Starts the over with a boundary, moves into the 80s now. Oh dear, oh dear. 31 from 23 Delhi Capitals. What is happening to them in finals, in WPL finals? Second ball of the over coming up. Moves across her stumps. Punches it towards deep extra covers. And Smriti Mandhana picks up another single. 30 from 22. It's RCB's game now. Unless something dramatic happens from here. Very tough for RCB to lose this. Delhi Capitals, 4th time in a final, 4th time in the WPL final. Staring towards defeat, has to be said. It'll hurt for the Delhi Capitals, no doubt about that. As Vole comes down the wicket, gets it high in the air. Has she got enough on it? No, she hasn't. Long on, takes the catch. And finally, this partnership has been broken. 165 run partnership between Georgia Vole and Smriti Mandhana has come to an end. Vole didn't get hold of it. Found the fielder at long on. And Minnu Mani gets the breakthrough. And is there any more twists left in this game here? Second wicket goes down for RCB, but what a fantastic partnership. You really need to stand up and applaud. A terrific partnership between Georgia Vole and Smriti Mandhana has come to an end. Ooh. Any more twists left in this game or what? Georgia Vole is gone after a fantastic knock of 79 from 54 balls. RCB women are 174 for 2 after 16.3 overs. So Richa Ghosh is the new batter to the crease for RCB. Still have batters. Radha Yadav can also bat. Remember, Radha Yadav has scored a half century in this tournament. And they have the best finisher, Nadine de Klerk, as well. So RCB are still in this. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Tossed up again. Richa Ghosh hits it down the ground to long on. Gets off the mark with a single. 29 from 20, you don't need to do anything unnecessary as a chasing team. Just 29 more runs needed from 20 balls. Obviously frustration for Delhi Capitals, but what a partnership that was. Unfortunately couldn't stay towards the end. Full toss, Mandhana drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. So good comeback in this over after conceding the boundary of the first ball. Picking up the wicket of Georgia Vole. He can still be twists in this game. You remember, 28 from 19. Still a stiff equation. A tricky equation has to be said, not exactly stiff. Last ball of the over coming up. But full toss, Richa Ghosh goes down the ground to long on. And picks up another single to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Georgia Vole. And RCB women are now 177 for 2 after 17 overs. 27 needed to win from the last 3 overs. Well, they say sport is not for the faint-hearted. It indeed is breathtaking. Nandini Sharma is into her last over now. Could there be any more twists left in this game? Richa Ghosh is on strike. Remember, Richa Ghosh played a fantastic knock against Mumbai Indians at this same venue. Can she repeat that kind of a performance? Goes big down the ground, Richa Ghosh straight down the ground for 6, I think. No, 1 bounce 4. Still a good result for RCB. Straight down the ground from Richa Ghosh. It was in the slot from Nandini Sharma. Boundary to start the over. They get ever so closer. 23 from 17 now. Well. 23 from 17 now. It's come down to that stage where 1 boundary, 1 6 can change the game. Second ball of the over coming up. Goes for the cut shot, misses it. Dot ball from Nandini Sharma. I think was a little bit of a slow ball there. Valuable dot ball for Delhi Capitals. 23 from 16 now. Could there be any more twists? Could there be any more twists in this game? I tell you what, if this game goes down to the last over, anything can happen actually. We have seen Delhi Capitals lose a couple of games in the last over. But the job will be to take the game to the last over once again. Try and put some pressure. Third ball of the over. Oh, Ghosh swings, doesn't make connection. Dot ball here. 23 from 15 now. Just a little bit of pressure building here. Couple of dot balls from Nandini Sharma. Still anybody's game, I would feel. Once again, the back of the hand slow ball there from Nandini Sharma. Richa Ghosh is swinging hard. Mandana is having some conversations with her. 23 from 15. This is for the WPL trophy. And Ghosh goes again big. Has she got enough though? Long on, takes another catch. Second wicket in the over for Nandini Sharma. No, sorry, first wicket in the over for Nandini Sharma. But second wicket in quick succession for Delhi Capitals. Richa Ghosh is on the way back. And is this game twisting here? Delhi Capitals. They're still pushing here. Ghosh went for the maximum, couldn't get hold of it. Long on taking another catch. Oh dear. Third wicket down for RCB. Still 2 balls left in this over. I think they'll send in Nadine de Klerk now. Surely they'll send in Nadine de Klerk. Okay, there's still life left in this game. Richa Ghosh is out after scoring a run of ball 6. RCB women 181 for 3 after 17.4 overs. Okay, the new batter to the crease. Do you even need to tell anything about her? She has been one of the best finishers in modern day T20 cricket. Whether it's South Africa, whether it's franchise cricket. Nadine de Klerk is the new batter to the crease. Slow ball outside the off stump, hits it down the ground to mid-off. And Nadine de Klerk gets off the mark with a single. Now one more delivery left in this over. Smriti Mandhana back on strike. She's been off strike for quite a while now. The next over will decide proceedings, I think. 4 ... wicket single. So what is Smriti Mandhana trying to do here? Last ball of the over. The last ball of the over coming up from Nandini Sharma. And that's driven in the gap. And that should race away for 4. Yes, it does. Smriti Mandhana with a boundary to finish that over. Critical boundary there. And it brings the game back in RCB's favour. 9 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Richa Ghosh. RCB women are now 186 for 3 after 18 overs. 18 to get from the last 2 overs. $18 needed now from the last 2 overs for RCB women. With Nadine de Klerk and Smriti Mandhana at the crease, you wouldn't back against them, would you? Chinel Henry bowling the penultimate over. That's on a good length, defended back to the bowler. Dot ball to start. Dot ball to start. Every dot ball is precious for Delhi Capitals. 18 from 11 now. Can Nadine de Klerk do it on the biggest occasion? The WPL final, of course. Second ball of the over coming up. And Nadine de Klerk swings leg side. That'll be 4. Got the boundary there. Hoisted it towards the leg side. And Nadine de Klerk picks up another important boundary. 14 to get from 10 now. Third ball of the over, full again. Driven by Nadine de Klerk towards deep extra covers. Picks up another single. Back to you, Smriti Mandhana. Smriti Mandhana is back on strike. 13 from 9 now. These three deliveries are huge in terms of deciding who is going to be the champions of this year's WPL edition. Can Smriti Mandhana rise up to the occasion? She has scored 87 from 40 balls, but this is where the pressure needs to be handled by either of these teams. Keeper has come up to the stumps for Smriti Mandhana. Janelle Hendry coming around the wicket. What is Mandhana trying to do? Where are her boundary options? Oh, it's ball down, yes she has! Another wicket here! Moved long way across her stumps and loses her top of middle stump. Oh my goodness, what a twist we are seeing here in this game. Smriti Mandhana has lost her middle stump. 13 to get from 8. They've lost another wicket. Janelle Hendry gets an important breakthrough. Oh my goodness me. Delhi Capitals still in this. A fantastic knock from Smriti Mandhana comes to an end. The set batter moved a long way across her stumps actually. It was the cross seam delivery from Janelle Hendry. It's lost her leg stump actually in the process. The Delhi Capitals still fighting this year. Jemima Rodriguez is over the moon. Fourth wicket down for RCB. Smriti Mandhana has gone after a fantastic knock of 87 from 41 balls. RCB women are now 191 for 4 after 18.4 overs. I think Radha Yadav will come in now. Nadine de Klerk is still there at the crease. One of the best finishers in recent times. We saw what she did in the first game in the last over against Mumbai Indians. But this is a huge game. Radha Yadav on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. And Radha Yadav goes high in the air. Could be another catching opportunity here. Fielder settling. Oh, puts it down. Oh my God. Put it down there. Couple of runs for Radha Yadav. Oh my goodness. 11 from 7 now. That was a huge opportunity. Missed at covers there. Goodness gracious, Nikki Prasad, the fielder there. 11 from 7 now. Last ball of the over coming up. Big delivery. Radha Yadav drives it towards covers, picks up the single, keeps the strike for the last over. Oh my goodness. 8 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Smriti Mandhana. And RCB women are now 194 for 4 after 10 overs, with 10 needed from the last over. Basically 2 hits away. Now is that drop catch going to prove costly for the Delhi Capitals women? That is the biggest question. They could have had another wicket there, but it went to ground. And now 10 to get from the last over. Who is going to bowl the last over? Anything, anybody's game. Remember, Delhi Capitals couldn't chase down 9 runs in the last over, 7 runs in the last over respectively against Gujarat Giants. Now they are trying to defend 10 runs to get the title. Charini bowling the last over here. Radha Yadav on strike. And that's punched away. Down the ground. Will gives the strike to Nadine de Klerk. That's not a bad thing at all. Nadine de Klerk back on strike. Radha Yadav picks up the single. 9 from 5 now. Nadine de Klerk. Could this be her day? Minnu Mani was the fielder who dropped the catch in the previous over. But anyways, 9 from 5 now. Nadine de Klerk. Can she do it again? Short ball pulled away by Klerk. Has she found the gap here? Deep mid wicket coming around. Just a single. 8 from 4 now. 8 from 4. Someone has to find the boundary here. Someone has to find the boundary for RCB. Radha Yadav back on strike. Radha Yadav has a half century to her name in this WPL edition. Can she do it with the bat? Third ball of the over. Radha Yadav goes over the top. How is it running away? Ball is running away. Running away for more. 200 up. 200 up for RCB. 3 balls, 4 needed. 1 hit away now. That dropped catch in the penultimate over. How costly is going to prove? 1 hit away now. Radha Yadav on strike. 4 from 3 now. Big delivery coming up. Radha Yadav gets it over the top. Over the top, finds the gap. And that's 4, and that is it. The Royal Challengers of Bengaluru women have won the WPL title for the 2nd time in their history. It has been an incredible finish. Radha Yadav delivers with 2 boundaries. And the Delhi Capitals will have to go down once again in a WPL final. What a win this has been. Well, I think the umpires want to check something here. I'm not sure what they are checking. I'm not sure what they are checking here. The umpires. Just hold on a little bit. Umpires want to check something. The players are already celebrating out in the middle. They just need to hold on to the celebrations a little bit. Well, the RCB players have already started to celebrate. The umpires have gone upstairs to check something here. Well, they have checked it, I think. So it is a win for RCB. What a win this has been. A terrific chase this. Chasing a mammoth target of 204. And that partnership between Smriti Mandhana and Georgia Wall eventually helped RCB get over the line. A catch was put down in the penultimate over, if you remember. The catch was dropped off Radha Yadav, and it is Radha Yadav who hits the 2 boundaries to get RCB over the line. A 2nd WPL title for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru women. Isala Kuda Cup Namdu now for RCB women, that is for sure. The RCB women become the joint most successful team in the history of WPL with this win. What a fantastic run chase. Not many people would have believed that RCB women can chase down 204. They had lost the wicket of Grace Harris very early on in the run chase. But then Smriti Mandhana and Georgia Wall never gave up hope. A partnership of 165 from 92 balls between Smriti Mandhana and Georgia Wall has helped the RCB women get over the line with just 2 balls to spare. A record run chase, 2nd highest run chase in the history of WPL, I guess. The highest ever successful run chase in the history of the WPL final as well. What a run chase we have had. Well, remember, in fact, it's the highest successful run chase for RCB women, which has been achieved today in the WPL final. It's the highest successful run chase in the history of WPL, because the previous highest successful run chase also was done by RCB against Gujarat Giants women in the previous edition of the WPL, the first match of WPL against Gujarat Giants. RCB women chased down 202. Today in the WPL 2026 final, RCB women have chased down 204 with 2 balls to spare. And unfortunately though for the Delhi Capitals, Bitter pill to swallow once again. Four finals, 4 losses for them, finishing runners-up once again. But a superb win here for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru women. It got a little tight towards the end, but Georgia Vole and Smriti Mandhana, that partnership will be remembered forever now. A partnership that has taken RCB over the line. The RCB women, they won the trophy in 2024, they have won the trophy in 2026, and then the men's RCB team, they won the men's IPL trophy last year as well. So the Royal Challengers Bangalore are indeed peaking when it matters the most now. And unfortunately for the Delhi Capitals, not their day today. They tried hard, Delhi Capitals. They posted a total of 203, and there would be no doubt that Delhi Capitals would have thought that they had enough runs on the board. Even I thought, many people would have thought 203 would have been enough on the board. But never ever write off RCB, because when it matters the most, RCB can deliver, and they have indeed delivered in this final. So RCB women are the champions of WPL 2026 for the second time. They win this final by 6 wickets, and the celebrations begin for the RCB fans, no doubt about that. Yeah, no doubt about that. That dropped catch from Minnu Mani in the penultimate over of Radha Yadav. That was a huge drop catch. Under pressure, you need to be able to take those catches, because that was the moment of the game which was trying to switch towards Delhi Capitals. Where that catch went down, suddenly it swung back in RCB's favour. And many people don't know about Radha Yadav's batting ability actually. Radha Yadav has scored a half century in this tournament, and even in domestic matches she has batted really well. And today, when it mattered the most, those 2 winning boundaries to take RCB over the line. So the celebrations will begin for RCB women. Delhi Capitals will have to go back and start from zero once again. It was a mixed campaign for Delhi Capitals women actually. They started the tournament with 2 losses, then they bounced back, then again they suffered a few setbacks, and Delhi Capitals were starting to peak at the right time actually. If you see, like last few matches, they beat the UP Warriors, they beat the Gujarat Giants, they even beat Mumbai Indians at this venue. In fact, Delhi Capitals women themselves beat RCB as well at this venue in the group stage. But that is the thing, isn't it? When it matters the most, on the big day, you need to be able to win. And I think that is where I think Delhi Capitals women have once again faltered. You have to feel for the Delhi Capitals, but RCB, the celebrations will go long into the night. They have got the WPL title for the second time. And I just want to mention another few points actually. Many people had said that the team that finished in the top of the table has never won the WPL trophy. RCB have broken that record. RCB finished at the top of the table, went straight through to the finals directly, and are now lifting the trophy for the second time. And another thing, a team that has won the toss in the WPL final has never won the WPL trophy. RCB, tick again, won the toss, elected to bowl first, chased down 204, and they've got the WPL trophy for the second time. So RCB have broken all these records as well today. And RCB become the first team to win the trophy after topping the table and winning the toss on the big final day. So RCB women can indeed be proud of that, and it's also the highest successful run chase in WPL history, as I had mentioned. So many records today. A fantastic win by RCB women. They are the champions of WPL 2026. They have beaten the Delhi Capitals women by 6 wickets with 2 balls to spare. Celebrations will keep going on. So we'll be back again to cover more matches in our channel. That brings us an end to the coverage of WPL 2026. It has been a privilege to cover most of the matches in this tournament. We'll be back again to cover more matches. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care, guys. Cheers and good night.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.